A new world. Liam Hawkins trekked through the dense undergrowth of the alien jungle, his heart pounding with each step into the unknown. Zephyrus was unlike any planet he had encountered before. A lush, bioluminescent wonderland, teeming with exotic life forms that defied imagination. As an intergalactic explorer, Liam thrived on unraveling the mysteries of new worlds. But Zephyrus was special. The planet pulsed with an enigmatic energy that seemed to whisper ancient secrets just beyond comprehension. It was this anomalous reading that had drawn Liam deep into the glowing foliage, far from his landed spacecraft. Suddenly, a thrashing sound shattered the eerie tranquility of the alien jungle. Liam froze, his senses on high alert. He crept forward, plasma rifle at the ready, until he reached the edge of a shimmering river. What he saw in the churning waters made his breath catch in his throat. There, caught in the swirling current, was a creature unlike any Liam had ever laid eyes upon. It appeared to be a large feline, with sleek fur adorned with mesmerizing bioluminescent patterns. The beast struggled against the relentless pull of the river, its movements growing weaker by the second. In that moment, Liam knew he had a choice to make. He could turn back, leaving the creature to its fate and focusing on his mission, or he could dive in and attempt a daring rescue, risking his own life for a being he knew nothing about on a world that was not his own. For Liam Hawkins, there was no choice at all. With a determined grunt, he stripped off his pack and plunged into the illuminated waters, prepared to fight for a life that was not his to save. The rescue. The shock of the cold water hit Liam like a punch to the gut as he plunged into the swirling river. His muscles screamed in protest, but he pushed forward, his eyes locked on the thrashing form of the alien creature ahead. As he drew closer, Liam marveled at the beast's exotic beauty. Its fur shimmered with vibrant, pulsing patterns that seemed to dance in the churning water. The feline was easily twice Liam's size, with powerful limbs and gleaming claws that could make short work of any threat. But there was no aggression in the creature's luminous eyes as it met Liam's gaze, only a desperate plea for help. The human explorer felt a sudden, inexplicable connection to this strange being, an almost instinctual urge to protect it. With a burst of adrenaline-fueled strength, Liam surged forward and wrapped his arms around the alien feline's torso. The creature initially tensed, but then seemed to understand Liam's intent. It ceased its wild thrashing, allowing the human to kick hard for the shore. It was a harrowing journey, the added weight of the creature threatening to drag Liam under at every turn. But he refused to yield, his determination matching the powerful strokes of his arms as he cut through the shimmering water. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Liam's feet found purchase on the soft riverbed. With a groan of effort, he hauled himself and the alien beast onto the shore, both of them collapsing in an exhausted heap. As he lay there panting, Liam turned to regard the creature he had just saved. The feline regarded him with an intense, almost intelligently appraising gaze. There was a depth of emotion swirling in those luminous eyes that Liam had never seen in any earth animal. Before he could ponder the strange connection further, the creature stood on shaky legs and limped towards the jungle's edge. It paused and turned back to Liam, its eyes seeming to plead for him to follow. A shiver ran down the human's spine. He knew with unshakable certainty that his mission on Zephyrus was about to take a turn he could never have anticipated. With a deep breath, Liam pushed himself to his feet and followed the alien Leopard into the pulsing heart of the unknown. An urgent plea. The glowing foliage seemed to part before them as Liam trailed the limping alien Leopard deeper into the Zephyrian jungle. Bioluminescent leaves brushed against his skin, leaving trails of shimmering light that pulsed in time with the strange energy that permeated the atmosphere. Liam's mind raced as he tried to make sense of the situation. Why had this creature sought his aid? What intelligence lurked behind those haunting, luminous eyes? Every instinct screamed at him to turn back, to focus on his mission and leave the mysteries of this alien world unexplored. But there was a pull he could not ignore, a sense of destiny that had been set in motion the moment he chose to brave the churning river. The Leopard's silent plea for help resonated in his very soul, and he knew with unshakable certainty that he was meant to play a role in whatever cosmic drama was unfolding on Zephyrus. As they ventured further into the jungle, the flora began to change. The trees grew taller, their trunks twisting into intricate patterns that seemed to defy the laws of nature. The air hummed with an energy that made the hair on the back of Liam's neck stand on end. Just when he thought the jungle could grow no stranger, they emerged into a hidden grove that stole the breath from Liam's lungs. The trees formed a perfect circle around a central clearing, their branches interwoven to create a natural dome. Bioluminescent vines cascaded down from the canopy, pulsing with an otherworldly rhythm. But it was what stood at the heart of the grove that commanded Liam's full attention. There, nestled amidst the glowing foliage, was a structure unlike anything he had ever seen. It appeared to be a massive, pod-like object, its surface shimmering with the same luminous patterns that adorned the leopard's fur. The alien feline limped towards the pod, a low, urgent growl rumbling in its throat. It placed a massive paw on the swirling surface and turned back to Liam, its vivid eyes burning with desperation. In that moment, Liam understood they had not reached the end of their journey. In fact, its true purpose was just beginning. With a steadying breath, he stepped forward to stand at the leopard's side, ready to confront the mysteries that lay within the celestial pod. The fate of Zephyrus, and perhaps the entire galaxy, was about to be revealed. The revelation. Liam approached the shimmering structure with caution, trying to suppress the awe and trepidation that warred within his thoughts. The alien feline watched his progress with an unwavering intensity, every quiver of its exotic pelt betraying an urgency that defied human understanding. With a tentative hand, Liam reached out and grazed the swirling surface of the pod. An electric thrill coursed through his fingertips, a vibrant energy that seemed to resonate with the very essence of the alien world around him. The patterns pulsed faster, humming a celestial symphony that made the human's heart race like an enigmatic drum. Suddenly, a seam appeared down the center of the cosmic pod. The two halves started to part, revealing an iridescent interior that pulsed with an ethereal luminance. Liam reflexively stepped back, but the alien leopard stood its ground, its body language more protective than hostile. Nestled inside the center of the structure was a sight that made Liam's breath catch in his throat. There, curled in a bed of shimmering fibers, was an infant of the leopard species. Its tiny form was dwarfed by the scale of the pod, but the power it radiated was unmistakable. Miniature bioluminescent patterns danced across its fur, a microcosm of the cosmic energy that seemed to permeate every aspect of Zephyrus. Liam's mind raced as he processed the revelation before him. The alien feline he had saved was no mere beast. It was a guardian, a protector tasked with preserving this child of the stars at any cost. The human found himself humbled by the depth of purpose he saw in the creature's gaze, a profound sense of duty that transcended any divide of species or origin. But before Liam could fully grasp the implications of his discovery, a chilling snarl shattered the sanctity of the moment. The guardian leopard whirled around, its hackles raised and teeth bared in a defiant display. From the shadows of the jungle, a group of hostile alien figures emerged, their forms lithe and deadly. Unlike the guardian, their pelts were dull and mottled, as if the very vibrancy of Zephyrus had been leached from their beings. The aggressors stalked forward, their eyes locked on the celestial pod and the precious life within. It was clear they sought to claim the child, to wrest control of its cosmic destiny for their own shadowed purposes. The guardian leopard snarled a warning, but Liam could see the toll its injuries had taken. It was badly outnumbered and weakened from the river battle. The feline braced itself to defend its charge to the last breath, a final showdown to decide the future of their world. Liam's hand instinctively went to his plasma rifle, a human weapon that suddenly felt insignificant against the cosmic forces at play. He knew he had a choice to make, one that would shape the course of events on a scale he'd never dreamed possible. As the alien aggressors closed in, Liam made his decision. He stepped forward to stand side by side with the guardian Leopard, his stance resolute. He would not abandon this creature and its precious ward. Whatever fate had in store, they would face it together. There, in the heart of an alien world, a lone human and a guardian beast prepared to make their stand, united in defense of an innocent life that held the key to the future. The stand. Liam's heart pounded in his chest as he faced the advancing alien aggressors, his plasma rifle leveled and ready. Beside him, the guardian Leopard crouched low, its luminescent fur bristling with a fierce determination that mirrored Liam's own. The air in the hidden grove seemed to crackle with tension, the bioluminescent flora pulsing in an erratic rhythm that matched the escalating confrontation. The hostiles stalked forward, their dull pelts a stark contrast to the vibrant energy of the jungle around them. Liam knew they were outnumbered and outmatched. The Guardian was weakened from its ordeal in the river, and his own human physiology was ill-suited to the perils of this alien world. But as he glanced at the helpless infant nestled within the celestial pod, a surge of resolve hardened his features. He had made his choice. He would not abandon the innocent life he had sworn to protect. As the aggressors closed in, Liam aimed his rifle and fired a warning shot at the ground before them. The plasma bolt sizzled against the luminescent foliage, sending up a plume of glowing embers. The hostiles hesitated, their stance wary but undeterred. "Stop!" Liam shouted, his voice ringing out with an authority he didn't quite feel. "This ends now. Leave the child and go." The alien figures regarded him with a mix of surprise and disdain. Liam realized how strange he must appear to them, a lone human, an outsider meddling in affairs far beyond his understanding. But he stood his ground, his finger poised on the trigger. A tense standoff ensued, the seconds ticking by with agonizing slowness. Liam's mind raced, desperately searching for a way to defuse the situation without bloodshed. He had no desire for violence, but he would not hesitate to defend the innocent if left with no other choice. Suddenly, one of the aggressors stepped forward, its mottled pelt rippling with a dark iridescence. It raised a paw, and the other hostiles fell back, their posture submissive. In a series of guttural growls and yips, the lead aggressor addressed the guardian Leopard. Liam strained to make sense of the alien communication, his human ears ill-equipped to parse the nuances of the beast language. But as the exchange continued, a shocking revelation began to take shape. The infant within the pod was more than just a helpless cub. It was a future queen, a unifying force destined to bring peace and balance to the warring factions of Zephyrus. The aggressors, Liam realized, were not mere hostiles. They were a rival faction, vying for control of the planet's future. They sought to claim the infant queen for their own, to shape her destiny and ensure their dominance. But the guardian Leopard refused to yield. It snarled back, its luminescent patterns flashing in a display of defiance. It would not surrender its charge, not to the aggressors or any other force. Liam listened to the exchange with growing wonder, marveling at the cosmic significance of the events unfolding before him. Here, on this alien world, the fate of an entire species hung in the balance. And somehow, he had become a pivotal player in the drama. As the debate raged on, Liam knew he had to act. He lowered his rifle and stepped forward, his hands raised in a universal gesture of peace. He had no authority here, no right to interfere in the affairs of this world, but he could not stand idly by and watch innocent life be torn asunder. With a deep breath, Liam prepared to address the assembled aliens, to make a plea for unity and cooperation in the face of an uncertain future. He didn't know if they would listen, if his human words could bridge the divide. But he had to try. For in that moment, Liam Hawkins realized his true mission on Zephyrus. It was not to explore or conquer, but to stand as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of compassion in a universe too often torn by strife. Unity and hope. Liam Hawkins stood tall, his heart thundering in his chest as he faced the assembled alien factions. The bioluminescent jungle seemed to hold its breath, the pulsing light of the flora dimming to a faint glow, as if in anticipation of his next words. "Please," he began, his voice steady despite the weight of the moment. "I know I have no right to interfere in your affairs. I am a stranger to your world, ignorant of your ways and histories. But I cannot stand by and watch innocent life be destroyed, not when there is a chance for peace." The aliens regarded him with a mix of suspicion and curiosity. The guardian Leopard remained tense at Liam's side, ready to defend its charge at a moment's notice. But there was a glimmer of something else in its luminous eyes, a flicker of hope, a recognition of the human's bravery and compassion in the face of overwhelming odds. Liam pressed on, his words taking on a fervor he had never known before. "This child, this future queen, represents a chance for unity, for a new beginning. She has the power to heal the rifts that divide you, to bring balance to your world. But only if you let her." The aggressors shifted uneasily, their posture betraying a hint of doubt. Liam could see the conflict playing out behind their eyes, the struggle between their desire for dominance and the glimmer of possibility his words had ignited. "I have seen the wonders of your world," Liam continued, gesturing to the shimmering jungle around them. "The beauty, the mystery, the raw power that hums in every leaf and vine. But I have also seen the scars of your conflict, the wounds that fester beneath the surface." He turned to face the guardian Leopard, his voice softening with reverence. "This noble creature risked everything to protect an innocent life. It did not hesitate to place itself in harm's way, to brave the perils of an uncaring universe for the sake of its charge. That is the kind of courage, the kind of selflessness that can change the course of history." Liam's words hung in the air, a palpable force that seemed to resonate with the very energy of the alien world. For a long moment, there was silence, broken only by the faint hum of the bioluminescent flora. Then, slowly, one of the aggressors stepped forward. Its dull pelt began to shimmer, the mottled hues giving way to a vibrant iridescence that matched the guardian Leopard's own. It padded towards Liam and the guardian, its posture no longer hostile, but calm and purposeful. Others followed suit, the rival factions converging in a circle around the celestial pod and its precious occupant. Liam felt a surge of emotion as he watched the aliens lay aside their differences, united in a common purpose. Soft growls and yips echoed through the hidden grove as the guardian Leopard addressed its former adversaries. Liam didn't need to understand the intricacies of their language to recognize the significance of the exchange. A truce was being forged, a pact to protect and nurture the infant queen together. As the alien assembly dispersed, leaving only Liam and the guardian Leopard standing vigil over. As the alien assembly dispersed, leaving only Liam and the guardian Leopard standing vigil over the celestial pod, a sense of profound awe settled over the human explorer. He had witnessed something extraordinary, a turning point in the destiny of an entire world. The guardian Leopard turned to face Liam, its luminous eyes shining with gratitude and respect. It inclined its head in a gesture of acknowledgement, a silent recognition of the role the human had played in shaping the future of Zephyrus. Liam returned the gesture, his throat tight with emotion. He knew he had been a part of something greater than himself, a cosmic drama that would echo through the ages. His actions, his bravery, and his compassion had helped to bridge the divide between warring factions, to light the way towards a brighter tomorrow. As he stood there in the shimmering grove, the infant queen stirring softly within her celestial cradle, Liam felt a sense of purpose unlike any he had ever known. He had set out to explore the stars, to unravel the mysteries of the universe. But here, on this alien world, he had found something far more precious, a reason to hope, to believe in the potential for unity and harmony among all beings. The journey ahead would not be easy. The scars of conflict ran deep on Zephyrus, and the path to lasting peace was strewn with obstacles. But as Liam looked upon the guardian Leopard and the precious life it had sworn to protect, he knew that the struggle was worthwhile. For in that moment, He saw the future stretching out before him, a future where humans and aliens stood side by side, united in their determination to build a better universe, a future where compassion and understanding triumphed over fear and discord. Liam Hawkins had come to Zephyrus as an explorer, a seeker of knowledge and adventure. But he would leave as something more, a guardian in his own right, a champion of hope in a galaxy too often consumed by darkness. As he turned to make his way back through the bioluminescent jungle, the guardian Leopard falling into step beside him, Liam knew that his true mission was just beginning. He had found his calling, his purpose, on this strange and wondrous world. And he would not rest until that purpose was fulfilled, until the light of unity and hope shone brightly across the cosmos, a beacon for all who dared to dream of a better tomorrow. The end. I hope you enjoyed this original HFY science fiction story. Let me know if you would like me to modify or expand on any part of it. I aim to create an engaging, imaginative tale of a human explorer discovering his greater purpose on an alien world, standing up for hope and unity.